Hello, you join me here at a very sunny Phoenix, Arizona. We're at Ping's HQ for the launch of the new G series range of woods and irons, and now today we're going to be talking about the new Ping G driver. Now, Ping have been very famous for offering a very forgiving driver, offering distance for all abilities of player, whether it was the LS Tech version for better players and faster swingers, whether it was the SF Tech, the straight flight technology for those that sliced the board, needed a little bit more draw bias. Ping were able to offer forgiveness and distance, and that's because they are firm believers in low and back CG, and low and back CG is a feature that continues with this new Ping G driver. They've actually managed to make the CG half an inch deeper in the club head in this new driver, so it's going to launch even higher and be even more forgiving. And the way they've done that is through this unique crown design. Now, this was inspired by a picture that John Solheim took of a dragonfly. He was interested in the structure of the wings and how you had beams running through the wings for strength, but also very thin areas in between to make it lightweight, and Ping have used this inspiration on the crown of their new Ping G driver. You can see here it's got these beams running on the crown and then these thin sections in between, which has helped Ping save weight and move it more towards the back and lower down and the perimeter of the club head. In fact, the titanium within these sections is much thinner. They've actually broke the boundaries of what was commonly thought was the minimum thickness of titanium, which was 0.5 millimeters. These sections in between are actually 0.43 millimeters. So they've saved 8 grams of weight compared to the G30. It's 20% lighter, and they've put that weight low in the head to improve the performance even further. Another feature of the G30 driver was the turbulators on the crown to reduce aerodynamic drag. These continue with the new G driver. They've actually been angled out slightly a little bit more to improve the aerodynamic performance further. But what Ping have also done is they've added this Vortec technology on the back. If you imagine air flowing over the head and then creating a wake behind the club head that slows the club head down, this has actually been inspired by lorry designs to reduce that wake behind the club head and therefore reduce aerodynamic drag. In fact, Ping say that during the entire downswing, this new G driver is 11% more aerodynamic than the G30. Other features to talk about with this driver are the ribs on the sole. That's going to improve the acoustics of this driver. And just going back to the crown, it's actually been made a little bit more domed, a little bit more curved on the top to improve the aerodynamic performance and also make it appear a little bit more compact at address, so better players felt that the G30 was a little bit stretched out from front to back, so this look should appeal to those players as well as high handicappers as well. It's still a very large, oversized looking driver which will inspire confidence at address. Just like the G30, it comes in 3 versions. We've got the standard, the LS Tech and the SF Tech. We've got a high balance point alta shaft which should make the club feel lighter. I've been having a hit with it on Tadman today. Really like how light this club feels, and also very stable. Not only through the swing does it feel light and stable, but also through the ball. That feeling at impact is one that's very forgiving and really hot off the face. Don't mind the look of the club at address. You don't really notice the dragonfly technology on the crown after a few hits. I normally use an LS Tech version with about 10 degrees of loft, but testing today on the Trackman found that actually coming down in loft due to that CG being moved further back, which increases the launch angle. I've been able to play a low lofted driver which gives me a little bit more distance. In fact, I've been averaging 107 miles an hour of clubhead speed. Actually got my furthest shot was with an impact which is slightly high on the face, and Ping say what this driver has actually been made more forgiving in terms of the top and bottom moment of inertia compared to the heel and toe. Don't get me wrong, it is more forgiving in the heel and toe, but just 1% compared to G30, but it's actually 6% more forgiving on top and bottom strikes. Now, when you think about strikes high on the face, they tend to launch higher but also spin less, but by reducing that reduction in spin, Ping say you're going to get more carry distance, and I certainly experienced that from one shot that was high on the face. Carried was my longest shot, nearly 300 yards total distance. Really enjoy the performance of this driver. It feels absolutely fantastic, very easy to swing, and even my LS Tech version, very forgiving driver. Really do recommend you give it a try. Slight increase in price from the G30, but I think the performance certainly justifies it. Higher launch, definitely more forgiving. Ping G driver, well worth a try.